Tesla, take me right over there, please. Thank you, my good sir. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, I want to talk to y'all about full self-driving in 2020. Thank you, Zach Sylvester, one of my subscribers, for suggesting this video. If you have any more suggestions, please leave a comment down below. I will try to do it. So I want to talk about full self-driving in 2020 because right now full self-driving in Teslas, they're getting expensive. What I mean by that is that full self-driving prices are going up. For example, right now if you want to purchase a full self-driving package from Tesla, it's $8,000 US and $10,600 Canadian, which is quite a lot expensive than not purchasing full self-driving. At the end of the day, it's just driving you around, right? But there's more to that than just it's driving you around. There's safety involved. There's a lot of little things that's involved. So I'm gonna go over some of it and explain to you guys is it worth it to get full self-driving right now, today, or in a year, for example. So when you buy a Tesla right now, it comes with autopilot. It comes with something called a basic autopilot. So they call it just autopilot in their website. If you go to the website, it will say it comes included with autopilot. What does that mean? Well, it steers for you. So if you're on a regular road or highway or anywhere, if you basically just double tap, the car will steer, so it will keep between the lines. For example, let me demonstrate right now, right here. It's that, and it will steer for you. So you don't need to do anything, but just hold your hands on the steering wheel just to let it know that you're there. It will keep the speed limit. It will slow for the vehicle in front of you. It will brake. It will brake for a pedestrian's crossing. It will slow down, and so on and so forth. So it's better than cruise control, but that's all you would get when you not purchase the full self-driving package, which again, it's really expensive. It is $8,000 US. It's quite a lot of money for a feature that's really not important for some people. How can you justify purchasing that full self-driving package with $8,000 of price? It's not that cheap. It's really expensive. Well, full self-driving is getting better and better. A year ago, I purchased full self-driving personally. Now it's gotten like miles better than a year ago. Full self-driving, it recognizes traffic on its stops or stop signs. For example, when you purchase full self-driving, you get these features. You get Navigator and Autopilot. What that means is that when you're on the highway, on-ramp to off-ramp, it will drive for you. You don't need to press the accelerator, you don't need to press the brake, you don't need to put on the signal, you don't need to change lanes. It will do all by itself. All you gotta do is just keep your hands on the steering wheel, one hand or something, just to make sure, just to let the car know that you're here. Other than that, the car will change lanes. It will move to the fast lane and then say, hey, I'm on the fast lane, I'm gonna move to the slow lane right now. It will do all by itself. It will say, hey, this guy's slow, I'm gonna move lane. So all that little things it will do on highways. So basically it will drive by itself on highways. Second thing that it will do is it will drive and stop for stop signs and stop lights and all that stuff. We just got that update. Again, Tesla is known for their updates. So once you purchase full self-driving, even though it's not feature complete, once it is, Tesla will release an update, software update, and next thing you know, your car will drive by itself, which is kind of crazy to think about, but that's the case. So second thing, which it will stop for stop signs and stop lights and so on and so forth. For example, right now I put it on cruise, so I'm not pressing the brake or anything. We're coming up to a stop sign. You just have to trust me on that. It stopped by itself, and then I just need to confirm it by either pressing the stock or pressing the accelerator pedal. Also, it will do the same thing on a red light. If there's a vehicle in front of you, it wouldn't really, you don't really need to confirm it. But if there's no vehicle in front of you, you have to confirm it. For now, it's improving here and there. There's another Tesla here. That's awesome. Another thing that it will do with full self-driving, you get for full self-driving, is that automatic parking, parallel parking, reverse parking, and so on and so forth, which again will get improved with software updates. So once you get full self-driving, you don't need to worry about ever getting another car to get full self-driving. Once you purchase that price, you're guaranteed to get full self-driving in the near future. There is something called Elon time, so it's not really accurate. But another thing that you would get is smart summon. So you have Navigator and Autopilot, which will drive on highway by itself, interchanges included. So it will take interchanges, it will on-ramp to off-ramp, on all that stuff. It will stop for stop signs and stop lights, and it will drive, it will keep the lane, and if you don't need to change lanes, you just put on the signal and it will change the lane for you by making sure there's nobody around and stuff. And it will park, parallel parking, and all that stuff. And another thing that it will do is something called smart summon. What is smart summon? There's summon, which you can just summon the car forward or backwards, and then there's smart summon, will actually bring the car from a parking lot to you from just in a circle. So it will circle around, and then in that radius it will bring the car to you, which is really, really impressive. Some people say it's a gimmick, but in my opinion it is not. It's actually really, really, really useful. Smart summon, to me, I use it almost all the time, because when it's raining or when it's really cold in Canada, here it's really cold, I don't want to go up to my car. Instead, I would just press a button on my screen and then on my phone, and the car will just literally come to me. So that's that. Reverse summon is coming soon. So what is reverse summon? Well, you know how I said the car will come to you? Now you just need to get to a mall or a shopping center. You get out of the car and it will go park. It will go find a parking spot and park itself. So that is reverse summon. Elon promised that there's another thing that's coming, which is city self-driving. So in the city, it will drive by itself. So you have to hold on to your steering wheel, but it will drive by itself. So once it did that, that means that we are in level 3 autonomy. Right now, currently, we are only in level 2 autonomy. When level 3 comes, After that, it's smooth sailing from then on. So we have level 1, which is just basic cruise control. Level 2, which is what Teslas have right now. Level 3, we're kind of in level 2.5, but when we reach level 3, it's like it will drive by itself, but you need to, hold on to the steering wheel. And then it has something called level 4, which means that you need to be attentive. You need to be in this driver's seat, but it will drive by itself. But then level 5 is something, you don't even need to be there. The car will literally drive by itself without any human in it. That's level 5. So is it worth it to get full self-driving package in your car right now in 2020? Well, I'll answer that right after I get to the bank. So I'll be back. So is purchasing full self-driving in 2020 worth it? My answer is yes and no. If you're leasing your brand new Tesla, right, for only, let's say, 2 years, if you're only going to have the Tesla that you're just going to buy for 2 years, it's not really worth it. If you're leasing a Tesla, not worth it at all. If you're only gonna use the car for, if you're some people that I've talked to, they just got a Model 3 or Model Y, but in the future when the Cybertruck comes out, they are planning on getting the Cybertruck, which is like in 2 years or so. In that case, I would not recommend you purchasing full self-driving package. Just get the basic autopilot, which is standard in every single Tesla that they sell, and just live with that. I would not recommend getting full self-driving package if you're only gonna have the car for 2 years. But if you're about to purchase a Model 3 or Model Y or any Tesla for that matter, and you're planning on keeping the car for more than 5 years or 6 years, then I would highly recommend you getting the full self-driving package. But there are some difference, right? So if some people, they get the Model 3 or any Tesla for that matter, and they will only have it for 2 years, but they can't afford to pay that $8,000. In that case, if you can't afford it, if you have a big wallet, then I couldn't say anything, right? But once again, if you can't afford it and you're going for the base model Tesla, get it, because full self-driving package is getting expensive. When it first launched, it was I think it was like separate. We had advanced autopilot or enhanced autopilot, and then we have the full self-driving package separately. So the enhanced autopilot was like, I think, $3,000 or $4,000, and then on top of that, full self-driving is another $2,000. But now full self-driving is $8,000. It was at like $7,000. It was $4,000. It's just keep getting expensive when Tesla adds new features back and forth. So I would say don't wait for it. If you're gonna buy a Tesla now and you're planning on keeping it for more than 5 years, go ahead, purchase it. I highly recommend you purchase it, because the value of the car will go up if you have full self-driving. It's like when you buy an iPhone, and when you're about to sell it after a year, if you don't have Apple Care Plus, the value is actually lower. If you have Apple Care Plus, the value is actually higher. The same thing applies to Teslas. If you have full self-driving, the value of the car will never go below a certain point. it will still, you know, keep the same amount. Another reason why you should get it, full self-driving package, if you're going to have the car for more than 5 years, is that robotaxi. Like it might just sound unreal, but what people thought landing a rocket is unreal, but look at Elon, he's landing a rocket in the middle of the ocean. How crazy is that? So robotaxi is coming. It's really, we're really close to it. I can feel it. So I'm saying full self-driving, like level 3 will be available by the end of the year, or hopefully by the end of the year, and level 4 in like 2 years, two and a half years. I'm being a little bit more optimistic. And level 5 in 3 years, 3.5, not even 3, let's say 4 years. Level 5 in 4 years. So if you were to, you know, if you're planning to have the car for more than 5 years, again, Teslas, they last a long time. There's no engine, there's no gasket to replace, there's no you know, nothing to do. There's no engine, it's just a battery and a motor. So it will last a long time. So if you're planning to, you know, get a Tesla right now in 2020, yes, I would highly recommend you getting full self-driving. The value of the car will, you know, go up. The full self-driving value is, people are not in the mode of like, hey, right now we're driving, the car is gonna drive in 5 years. They don't think about that because it's unfathomable. Like, people cannot wrap their brain around a car driving itself in city streets, and it's just crazy to think about. So it's like Tesla stocks. When Tesla stock was really down, people never thought that the stock will go upwards of $1,500 a share, but look at them now. It's just crazy. All the analysts, yeah, all the analysts are like just pinching their hands and saying, hey, is it real? Like, we predicted that Tesla will be worth $500 a share by 2020, but now they're worth triple that. So yeah, I would highly recommend you getting full self-driving package, in my opinion. Again, it depends on people. If you're a long commuter, if your commute is like 1 hour or longer, and if you take like road trips quite often, I would highly recommend getting full self-driving because it takes the stress out of your daily driving. You don't need to worry about, you know, changing back and forth between brake and accelerator on a highway. You don't need to worry about you know, you veering off to the other lane. You don't need to, like, when I finish work, I get in my car, I put it on autopilot, and I just relax, because work is stressful, and you get into your car and it feels like home. It feels really comfortable. The car will drive itself, so you don't need to worry about anything. All you're doing currently is just looking around, making sure there's no cars around you. I mean, the cars that are around you is not doing anything stupid. That's all you're doing, but the car is taking care of itself, which is fantastic. So yeah, that's the video. I just want to do a quick video on how full self-driving and is it worth it or not. If you want me to do more of these videos, please leave a comment down below on what you want to see next. And yeah, hope this helped. If you're gonna get a Model 3 or Model Y, use my referral code. I'll leave that linked down below also, and that should give you 1,500 kilometers of free supercharging, which is fantastic. Don't underestimate supercharging kilometers. It's really, really good. And then yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much, Zach, for suggesting this video. If you're not a subscriber already, click that button, become a subscriber. Let's get this thing to 100 subscriber. Yeah, thanks for all your support. I'll see you on the next video. This is me,